Think about the parade and how much you're going to hate it.
Yeah, it's going to be bad because we're going to have to get there really early. Plasch, you going to join us?
No.
Isn't that like senior citizen hour? Like you know?
Wait, say it on the air.
Yeah, wait, all right, I hope we're recording now.
Are we recording? It's been recording.
I don't know, the red light's on. Hello and welcome back to Dodger Debate. I'm Jack Harris, the LA Times Dodger beat writer, along with our bundled up columnists, Bill Plaschke and Dylan Hernández, although Dylan didn't get the memo about the beanies.
Dylan had short sleeves for half the game. What? Are you out of your mind?
It wasn't that.
And then he started hacking. Then he started coughing. Late the game, he's got bronchial pneumonia, and he's getting all over me. I'm trying to write my story, and then the game happened.
Yeah, well, the good news for Dylan is the series might be done quickly because the Dodgers won tonight 4-2 in Game 3 of the World Series. They now have what's the adjective we use here? A commanding 3-0 lead.
Historically insurmountable is what I called it.
That's a good one. And that's because no team has ever come back from a 3-0 hole in the World Series. Only one team has come back from a 3-0 hole in a best-of-7 series in baseball history, one that Dave Roberts is very familiar with. And it doesn't sound like either of you are predicting history to happen the rest of the season.
And has anybody ever sat next to Dylan Hernández when he's been sick the whole time? He was groaning in the car on the way here from the hotel. He was in the back seat groaning. Yeah. Dylan played hurt.
Why was that, Dylan? Why were you groaning?
I was sick.
Yeah. He was sick. He was
He was sick.
I was food poisoned.
The Manhattanitis really got to you. Huh?
I'm telling you right now, I'm saying again, I'm not covering a parade. I've covered enough parades in my life. I see him parade right now. They parade around the bases. I see him parade all season. They paraded in front of Dodger fans. I don't need to see him ride on floats down Figueroa.
Well, it seems like it's going to happen quickly because tonight was probably the most thorough win the Dodgers have had in this series. They get up early. Freddie Freeman hits his third home run of the series.
He's unbelievable.
Even with the right field bleachers chanting, "Bleep you, Freddie," and then hits one to him. The Dodgers added another run in the third inning. They got really good defense behind Walker Buehler, who was really good over 5 scoreless, and then a little bit of a scare in the ninth. Alex Verdugo hit a 2-run homer, but again, it kind of felt like the first 2 games of the series, which is just the Yankees lineup isn't doing enough. The Dodgers pitching is coming up with, finding ways to piece stuff together, getting good starts. I mean, they've had by far the better starting pitching in this series. It's hard to see, to me, like where the Yankees even turn this around to try to steal a game tomorrow and what will be a bullpen game.
Yeah, I mean, and again, you go down just kind of in every aspect the Dodgers have dominated this, right? They have the better starting pitching. They have the better bullpen. Their superstars are hitting more, right?
Even with their injuries.
Right, yeah. How did Freddie Freeman? Freddie Freeman went from the guy looks like he can compete at the 200 meters right now, right?
Kirk Gibson batted once in 1988. He was so hurt he batted once. Freddie Freeman keeps playing.
Yeah.
So and looking stronger. And he fouled a ball off his ankle tonight and then ran first to third. And I think the week off, really did him a lot of favors in a way that, we didn't see the first couple rounds.
And even Ohtani found a way to kind of contribute today, right? He drew a walk to start the game. He scores on Freeman's.
That was so fitting. All day yesterday when they're talking about should Ohtani play, should he not, the one thing Dave Roberts kept saying is just having his presence in the lineup means so much, and you saw that. Clark Schmidt goes out there,
walked him on 4 pitches.
Right. If that's not Ohtani,
so stupid. Didn't he know?
Probably not happening.
Don't you know he's got a separated shoulder? Pitch to him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is eventually, when we did see him swing, clearly he was grimacing. Now, of course, you wouldn't be able to tell if you listened to him post game, because he's. His memory, he claims that his memory of the game is as good as mine is when I'm out in Manhattan at 2 a.m.
Perfectly recollecting everything.
Yeah, he was asked, how much pain were you in? He said, I don't remember what happened during the game. What?
By the way, Dylan, speaking of Manhattan, that's a terrible hotel you picked for us.
You don't like it?
The rooms are so small. I had to open
Manhattan.
I had to open the door to get the door to get dressed. I can't sit down in the chair.
I'm not an architect. You can't blame me for that.
Can't fit
Every
in the room.
hotel room in this city's like that.
It's terrible. You made a terrible choice.
It's a great location.
Where, a car ride you were moaning on the back seat the whole time. Anyway.
Let's talk about Walker Buehler for a second to keep this on the rails. Tonight might have been his last start as a Dodger. He's going to be a free agent this offseason. He's going to be one of these guys that is going to probably have to decide between a shorter-term deal or maybe getting something long-term for less money. But what he's done this October has been a real reminder of what he still can do.
He's a great October pitcher. The Dodgers, they got to bring him back. They have to have him. He's their best World Series pitcher. His World Series record is unbelievable. He's great in the clutch. He's a big-time pitcher, big-game pitcher. They need him.
He's going to be expensive, though, man. You know, I was talking to, even before the playoffs started, I was talking to a scout who was kind of like, well, yeah, I'd take a chance on him. You know, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, what were we talking about, like 1 year? Yeah, it's like 1 year, like I think the number thrown at me was like 18 and 20 or something. I mean, and now here, somebody's going to offer multiple years, I assume, right? I mean, because I think the arm looked fine, right? I mean, we saw the velocity. It wasn't quite what it was before, but, you know, now he's kind of, again, he's started to kind of figure out how to pitch, you know, with kind of the limitations that he has now, and he's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he talked about post-game is, like tonight, the fastball had a lot more life to it. Like you just saw, like the Yankees couldn't do anything with it, and that's the pitch that's gotten him in trouble a lot this season. And he also talked about, look, having the pressure of the postseason, having the weight of an entire organization kind of riding on you to pitch well, has not only raised his level of play, but I think helped him kind of figure out, okay, this is the pitcher where I am now. These are the kinds of ways I can attack hitters. These are the pitches I have to go to in certain counts to get guys out. You know, worked against Aaron Judge, who had another bad game. He kept Juan Soto off.
He's terrible.
What's happened there?
He just lost it. But Dylan, I got to give you credit because you predicted the MVP of the whole postseason, TBD, is going to pitch tomorrow.
TBD is going to close out.
All right. Well, do they win tomorrow? I mean, are we calling a sweep here?
I think the Yankees are just dead. And you know, this is the thing too. Is like I think, you know, you can feel kind of the energy of the crowd too, right? And the fans here didn't quite give up in the first inning, right? And even when
Fat Joe didn't get him going either, the way Ice
terrible.
Tray did.
Yeah.
Fat Joe is for one thing, he's not fat.
He used to be fat.
He used to be fat?
Yeah, he so his.
I see this girlfriend, they call him Fat Joe.
now.
I would not call him Fat Joe.
So he rode the coattails of this guy named Big Pun into fame, but Big Pun like got so fat.
Big Fun?
Big Pun, Punisher.
Big
and
Pun.
Big Pun got so fat that he couldn't even like walk on stage
My
anymore.
comments have a lot of big puns in them.
And then he died.
He
Right?
died?
Yeah, Big Pun died. So then Fat Joe, I think, kind of made some lifestyle changes.
Well, he's got to change his name because he's not fat. And he wasn't very good at it either. And he wasn't, and nobody got into it.
No.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'll take Ice Tray any day over Big Joe or Fat Joe, whatever it is.
Well, Ice Cube, like I said, I thought last time that he was just a really tremendous live performer. It's really hard to rap and kind of get that like in a venue this of this size.
It was funny. The Yankees pulled out all the memories. They had videos of the past championships on the board. Derek Jeter threw out the first pitch. Everybody's chanting his name.
First World Series game here in like 15 years.
And in 3 batters, Freddie Freeman goes deep, and it's game over.
Yeah, which is kind of how this whole series has felt like it's gone ever since his grand slam in Game 1. A lot of momentum on the Dodgers side.
It took it out of him. His grand slam killed him in Game 1. They never recovered.
They're just better. Right? And they're just relentless, and they're not. You know, they're playing good defense too, right? All the types of like they're just.
Teoscar Hernandez's throw tonight was maybe like the biggest pivot point after Freddie Freeman's home run.
And then there were Mookie, right? Mookie Betts had a couple of nice
Stanton
plays.
can't run either, so I mean,
well, but still,
Stanton has no legs.
It still is a good throw, right? And you know, Mookie Betts had a couple nice plays out in right field. My guy Max Muncy, you know, made a nice play on a slow
Now he's
roller.
your guy. Why is he your guy all of a sudden? Because you're talking about his defense?
Yeah.
Because he called him Max Muncy with a capital E one time.
Did you really?
I forgot about that.
If they sweep the Yankees, this is one of the best Dodger teams in franchise history. One of the top 3. It's got to be. It's got to be.
I mean, I think it's definitely one of the kind of like special teams, right? It's like what you've been writing about. It's the team that kind of cements this era of Dodger baseball with a second World Series, with one that didn't come in the COVID bubble, one that would come with a parade.
It's a real World Series.
All their superstars are playing well. Like it is the kind of team that I think beyond just a normal World Series winning team is one that kind of resonates with a fan base in a way that's been.
Well, they had a huge chip on their shoulder, and they showed it after they beat the Padres when they were cursing and telling everybody to bleep off. They had the chip.
Bleep them all.
Yeah, because they were upset about getting beat the last 2 years. They're making up for it.
Yeah, I really do think, right, the first round exits the last couple of years probably helped them become this team,
Yes.
right? Because now, you know, and I think you see it like with Mookie Betts especially, right? Like it was a guy that, right, kind of disappeared over the last couple postseasons, and it kind of, you know, sometimes you kind of need to bottom out, right, to kind of realize, hey, you know what, there's no running from this.
They win tomorrow, they celebrate, and we all get to watch Dylan kiss Mark Walter's butt downstairs. That's the best thing about the celebration. Oh, Mark, what a great owner you are. What a great ownership. How about your legacy, Mark? Please. You know you will. You'll track down Walter after the game.
Well, I tracked him down last time because I was writing about Ohtani, and he was the guy who signed the.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mark.
Contract.
Thank you for bringing us
I didn't say
Ohtani. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
No, I was like, he's ripping off Ohtani. Ohtani's being swindled here.
Hey, it was
your guy, Mark
Ohtani's idea.
Walter. It was Ohtani's idea.
LA owes you, Mark. LA owes you. You're our guy. I'll see you at the parade, Mark.
Are you going to give Stan Kasten the same treatment?
I don't know. I just remember, well, I mean, Plash, I guess you were right then, right? When we found out that Kasten and Mark Walter were trying to buy the team in Magic, I think Plaschke referred to them as a dream team.
Yeah, I did. I've run over coattails from the start. I have.
Yeah. I mean, other people that are trying to buy the team that were trying to buy the team at the time are still upset about you. They think you swung it.
Yeah, I was. Magic called me. Magic got me. Magic always gets me.
This is why he gets the Dodger bucks if they win.
That's right, Dodger bucks.
All right, well, the one point that Plaschke's true about is it has been fun seeing everybody interact with these videos. So thank you guys, because if you can't tell, we kind of enjoy doing this every night. We'll see how many more nights there are to do it, because the Dodgers are 1 win away from the World Series. They're up 3-0 in the series. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to see if they follow Plaschke's advice and just take their time, or if it's what would be an unexpected World Series sweep. Until then, for Dylan and Bill, I'm Jack. Good night.